to talk about the Guardians,
Guardians,
which quite frankly is about all they deserve.
Oh, my God.
After what we saw over the weekend. If you weren't paying close attention, they built a 4-0 lead on Friday thanks to a couple of 2-run homers by the Naylor brothers. And then they took a dirt nap. They gave up 12 runs after that. Savali pitched great. I'm not sure why he was on such a short leash. I was totally
What happened?
I was working in my garage and listening to it on the radio, so I didn't watch it.
Right.
But when they came back to start the 5th or 6th, whatever it was, and Tom Hamilton said Savali's out of the game, I'm like, what? Why would he be out of the game? He'd given up, I think, a solo home run, and that was it.
Yeah, he was pitching very well.
And
then that game fell apart.
And the reason I was even more surprised is because Tito had to know going into this weekend, I can't overwork my bullpen because I'm probably going to go with a bullpen game on Monday because Bieber, who now has
Curry
the
is starting tonight.
Yeah, well, he had to go that route because the bullpen right now, if you Google dumpster fire, that will be the Guardians' bullpen team picture right now.
Jay, let's face it, this is just not a good baseball team.
No, it's not. It's over. I've lost any hope that they're going to do anything.
I love the way Savali's pitching. Gavin Williams and Bybee have been really good for the most part.
Everybody else, except for Josh Naylor.
Yeah. The lineup stinks outside of a couple of guys. The bullpen's been terrible.
You know what, Bull? I'm with you. It's inexcusably bad. This is a major league outfield they're trotting out there.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And what I don't, a couple things I don't understand.
Quan went 4 for 5 though.
Quan had a home run
Quan had a good weekend.
He had a good weekend.
He did.
Let me ask you this, Jay. So right before the All-Star break, Bo Naylor, his last 2 starts before the break, had 2 good games.
Yeah.
He went like 4 for 7 with a home run and a couple of doubles. First game after the break, Friday night he starts. It's a home run.
Yep.
I think he went 3 for 4 in the game, whatever it was.
Yeah.
On the bench 2 days in a row.
Couldn't understand it. I don't know if he was hurt and they're not saying
what happened? Did the ball hit you and you didn't have a cup on? I'm confused. Why he's out of the game?
And you know what? Normally you'd say, well, you rest your catcher on Sunday.
Yeah.
He's just coming off the All-Star break.
Right, and he's sat Saturday
rested.
And Sunday.
I know. I don't know what happened.
Somebody who always fights with me because he defends the Guardians no matter what they do said, well, Saturday was a day game after a night game.
So?
It's the second game
Sunday.
after the All-Star.
Then play him Sunday.
He's 5 years old.
Something we don't know about.
The Rangers catcher played Friday and Saturday.
There's something we don't know about. Either there was an injury and they're trying to keep it low-key, or he's done something and it's disciplinary. Because you wouldn't take him out of the lineup for 2 days in a row.
He's one of your only high sources of power. Why would you?
And you know what? Can we stop with the 3 catchers already?
I know.
David Frykid's done a nice job. Keep him as the backup.
He has done well.
And get rid of Cam Gallagher. Cam Gallagher's terrible.
I don't understand it.
It's so far. And then in the night, they blow this lead. First of all, they were up either 4-0 or 4-1.
Yesterday was one of the worst losses of the year.
But yesterday, you're up 5-2 in the bottom of the 8th.
Against the highest scoring team in baseball.
Right. Doing a great job.
With a supposedly good bullpen.
Yeah, and to be fair, Stefan, before blowing that game last night, he'd been one of the few guys who'd done a good job.
Yeah, that's why I was so disappointed.
Walk.
And you know what? Hit. I know I was listening to it on the radio because I was at the golf tournament.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that Tom Hamilton, just the way he was calling the game, I knew through Tom's voice and inflection, because he had said a couple of hitters before it was over.
Yeah.
He can't command the fastball. He can't command the strike zone.
Yeah.
He kept throwing the splitter for ball after ball after ball.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why are you throwing the same pitch that you can't command?
So bizarre.
I'm really confused. Again, Tito has royalty status, and we rarely are critical of him.
He's having a bad year.
But he is not doing his best job. No, that's not even close.
They're 2.5 out right now.
Nope, that's on us.
Yeah.
Why? And I know I've made people are like, oh, enough with the Miles Straw. Why is Miles Straw play every day? Why every day?
I'm with you now, Bull.
And in the ninth
Oscar
inning,
Gonzalez plays no games.
I know.
They pissed, and Gonzalez is now hitting almost 280 at
So you're telling me that Miles Straw is an everyday major leaguer, and Oscar Gonzalez is a minor leaguer?
Can't play at all.
And you know, we usually praise the Guardians for their moves.
Right.
They're wrong on this.
They're 100%
They are wrong, and it's
it's
not defensible.
If they, again, as we talked about before, if they were the Texas Rangers and they were scoring hundreds and hundreds of runs,
you could hide a guy like
then
that.
Fine. I don't need. Right now, you got to take. Even if Oscar Gonzalez comes up here and sucks, you got to take that chance. There's too many holes in the lineup, and then to not pinch hit for Straw in the ninth inning, you're down a run in the ninth.
I know they wanted to get, his speed, but his OPS his on base isn't great.
It's awful. It's under 300.
So you can't.
Why not bring up? You know who's been pretty good, who almost never gets a chance, is Tyler Freeman. He's been
and
pretty
he seems
decent.
to come through in the clutch a
Why
number of
not
times.
pinch him? He's not slow.
I know. I know.
Why not pinch hit him there?
I have found myself second-guessing Tito more
than
this year
ever.
than I ever have.
I think he's
including
had his
time in
worst
Boston.
year as a manager, at least here in Cleveland.
Why does it seem like they like playing that way? It's almost like they like this is what we want. We don't want anybody who has power. We want guys that can probably,
particularly at a time when the entire game is gone to power.
Yes.
Do you see the feeling you get when you play a team with power? I'm sitting there watching. I'm
You're
thinking,
never safe.
You're never. It just feels like you got all the doors locked. You got the ADT system on. You're in the house with the shotgun, but you're still scared.
So I put out this tweet. Jay, I put out this tweet Friday night.
That's good.
That Ahmed Rosario, Stephen Kwan. Now Kwan has another one, but Ahmed Rosario, Stephen Kwan, and Miles Straw between them, as of Friday, had 4 home runs and over 1,000 plate appearances.
That's crazy.
And I said, remember our old buddy Yu Chang? Remember him?
Yeah.
He has 4 home runs for Boston and 50 plate appearances.
Hey,
okay?
man.
And people were like, oh my God, why are you bringing up him? He stinks. He's got a bad. My point wasn't that Yu Chang is very good.
Right.
The point is that even Yu Chang,
It's to demonstrate.
in 50 plate appearances, is hit for. He stinks. But he had 4 home runs. Those guys had 1,000 plate appearances. Now at 5.
Bull. If Sin-Soo Choo came back, he's
Right
a
now.
god. He's the best player we've ever. Sin-Soo Choo, and we're like, he's not that good. Like he's.
It's what's remarkable to me is last year it was novel.
Yeah.
Because you were able to say the Guardians are doing it their own way and
Right.
they're winning.
Yes.
And now we saw what that led to. It led to they lost to a team that hit a whole bunch of 3-run home runs.
Right.
That's what the Yankees are built for. And that's what gets you by in the playoffs. That and great pitching. But now it's almost like they're being stubbornly defiant.
Yeah. We're gonna do it this way.
And they're saying, no, this is how we're built. This is how we're going to roll.
We don't want anybody that's going to do it that way.
You can't have an outfield. You can't.
Yeah.
That does not supply power.
I believe now it's 8 total home runs between Straw, Brennan,
Between your
and
3 everyday starters.
and Kwan.
It makes
8.
me feel like if you have an error or you strike out, you ain't playing for us. Can't play you. If you strike out,
Gary Sanchez,
Can't
remember
play for
him?
you.
He was basically out of baseball at the beginning of this year. Got picked up by the Mets in the minor leagues.
Wow.
Got cut by the Mets.
When did he
got
catch
signed to a minor league contract with the Padres. They called him up. He's got 8 home runs and about 100 plate appearances.
I forgot about him.
The Guardians' entire outfield is 8 home runs.
What?
8.
8?
8. They're 3 main guys.
Well,
everyday players.
Brendan has like 5 or something like that.
Brennan's got
Brennan
5.
has 5. He leads the way.
Straw has 0.
none.
Kwan has
Kwan
3.
has 3.
Rosario's, and then if you add him in, he's got 1 or 2.
Rosario's a real head scratcher for me too, Bull.
Wait,
Yeah.
speaking of Rosario, real quick, if anyone out there has seen the tweet about the extension for
Yeah, that's
Rosario,
fake.
Yeah.
it is fake. Do not look at it. It's from a fake
Yeah.
account. It is
I know
not
our buddy
real.
Eddie sent it to us.
But some
he got
people
it.
took the bait.
Yeah.
No, and reporter in Toledo, I'm not going to name his name.
Yeah, don't.
Ran with it, so just know that is very fake.
That's what
it is
I'll
not
report.
real.
Who
There is
ran
no-
with it?
There was a reporter in Toledo that retweeted it, right?
God, yeah.
Retweeted it and tagged the station, and the station retweeted it.
Ouch.
And because the Tegna retweets,
That's
it
what.
goes through.
That's what
That's what gave it
gave it legs.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
just
yeah.
so you know, that is very fake. If you see it, he is not under a 5-year deal.
There's
for
no way they're giving
2029
him an
now,
extension.
so-
No.
That's crazy.
I was in the camp of keep him.
Yeah.
Last year, I'm in
Oh,
the
me
camp
too.
of he can't be gone soon enough. But here's the thing: Gabriel Arias is not his replacement.
No, I mean, listen, to be fair, he's been good lately, actually. Not Arias.
Rosario
has been good lately. But I'd like to see Tyler Freeman get some regular at-bats right now. See
Yeah,
what
I
he's
would
got.
too, because-
he's played well. Again, he has no power either, at least to this point.
Right.
But he hasn't played that much. But, at least he's hitting for a good average.
The Guardians are going to have to come to the
God.
realization that you will win nothing
No.
with small, fast guys that can't hit the ball.
It's
for
good to have
power.
some of
They
those
they
guys.
look like a good travel.
Every team needs one.
It can't be an
We've got
entire
5
lineup.
We've got 5 of those guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
You can't.
we got to have some power.
They look like Olmsted Falls travel team. That's what they look like. Y'all can't say- Well, I don't think we lost to y'all one time. Anybody? These guys
Bring
are still in
Oscar
every
up.
place.
Did the Twins win all 3 this
They
weekend, or
did
just 2 or
against
3?
Oakland.
Yep.
So we're 2.5 out.
2.5,
Yes.
yeah.
To me, it feels like 10.
Yeah.
The way we're playing right now,
Yeah.
that feels like.
By the way, for the Pirates tonight, they're calling up their top pitching prospect to make his major league debut.
in
against the
Pittsburgh
Guardians.
is. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And you guys didn't even talk
is that?
about whether or not Bieber is done. I think the deal's done.
He's not getting traded.
He's not getting traded. He'll
He's
be
not
here
gonna
next
pitch
year.
Best
here
case
next
scenario,
year.
he's back in August.
So there's always a lot of funny stuff that goes on around situations like this.
Sure.
It's in Bieber's benefit right now for him to be hurt.
Yes.
Why? Because teams are looking at him going, "Oh, he's done.
He fell off. He's out
He's
of
done."
here.
Right.
He's pitching for a future bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
And right now, and I asked this question to Zach on Friday, and you were here. The reason I asked it is because if you're the Guardians and you think that this is something real, his drop off, then you're not interested in trying to work an extension.
Right.
However, he's vulnerable right now. If you think that he does have some soreness and he's going to return, like, let's face it, Justin Verlander's 10 years older than Bieber when everyone thought he was done, and he came back to win a Cy Young.
Yep.
So I am not of the mindset that this guy's over the hill and done. I'm not.
No, I don't think he's done.
I have said for almost a full year now, going back to last year and all of this year, something's wrong with him. I don't know what, but you don't lose that kind of velocity unless there's something structurally going on.
But he got checked out. They said there's no surgery, so
that doesn't mean that he's completely healthy.
no, that's true. That's
So
true.
what I'm thinking, if I'm the Guardians, and I think that this is forearm tendonitis or whatever, because I know what that feels like. It's hard to pitch through it.
Right.
If they feel like this is something that's a blip in the road, a bump in the road, and it's not something that's structural and career defining, open negotiations with him again.
Yeah, I know Zach said he didn't think that would happen.
I know, he
didn't
didn't.
think Bieber would be interested in it.
Well, he said, well, usually when you take it this far, you want to hit the open
Right.
market.
But
He's a year and a half away.
Yeah.
Here's what could happen. If I'm playing devil's advocate and I'm Shane Bieber's representation, or a family member, or someone that knows him and cares about him, you go out, they deem you healthy,
Yeah.
you have Tommy John. Now hit the free agent market.
Yeah, right.
You left a lot of money on the table.
Yeah, that's true.
Play the Jose Ramirez card.
Yeah.
Take a bird in the hand is better than a bird in the bush.
Yeah.
Or two in the bush.
Two in the bush.
Yes.
You don't know what you're going to get.
You don't know.
That's right.
So I'm just wondering, the Guardians are a team that have to do this. They have to draft smart, develop well, and get guys on good deals.
Get bargains.
And they got Ramirez
Yeah.
on a bargain. I think that that he could be ripe for the picking for a bargain. Offer him 3 and $60. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If he
But
would
you
sign
could
that, I would do it,
If
but-
you could get him for that,
Yeah.
because his representation might tell him, Shane, you know you're not yourself. Your arm clearly isn't right. You hit the free agent market next year, coming off Tommy John, you could be looking
you're
at
screwed. Yeah.
2 for 24.
Right.
You know?
And it's a complete prove-it deal.
Sure.
Right.
All right.